Welcome to the MAGA Meltdown, the show where we cover the craziest, funniest, and weirdest videos from the MAGAverse. My name is AG, and I'll be your host today. Let's get right to it. MAGA supporters are known for their mind-bending, insane, reality-defying takes. What they're not known for is being well-educated or mentally stable. And Adam Mockler spends a crazy amount of time trying to find the ones that might still be salvageable. Unfortunately, in this video, I think he's going to be a little disappointed.
I mean, how come everybody I know of that went to college is a Biden supporter?
Yeah.
And I don't understand how everybody is a Biden supporter if you just went to college. So what are they teaching in this college? Are they teaching anything?
Okay, so obviously the real answer is that in college you learn about stuff like history, math, basic human psychology, how to identify reliable sources, and how to think critically about stuff. You also meet people from all walks of life. And after all of that, it's pretty hard to remain a conservative. But you know what Trump says about the poorly educated?
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
Trump's already commander-in-chief. I don't have a lot of questions. I just want to see him.
Trump's already commander-in-chief?
Yes.
You think he's a sitting president right now?
Yes, I do.
What makes you think that?
He has control of the military. What's Biden done for us? Except for, I think it's showing the people that our country would be better off, like, as a whole, everybody united, come together, and I'm not quite sure but why it's going the way that it is, but I do believe he's the commander-in-chief at this time.
Yeah. Who's controlling Biden then?
Obama, Susan Rice, probably Soros, BlackRock, Vanguard, China, Russia.
Do you guys all think Trump is still a sitting president? I'm curious.
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
We haven't had a president
He's
since
the commander-in-chief. He sent it over to the military with an executive order before he left office.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. And what I find most interesting is how well Fahrenheit 451 called this one. It spoke on the dumbing down of civilization by the people saying it didn't come down from the government. There was no dictum, no declaration, no censorship to start with, no. Technology, mass exploitation, and minority pressure carried the day. It even called out TikTok, the main source of these people's information, talking about cutting down classics until they were nothing but a summary with a snappy ending. And of course the media these people follow, this is what it had to say about that. Politics, one column, two sentences, a headline. Then in midair, all vanishes. Whirl man's mind around about so fast under the pumping hands of publishers, exploiters, broadcasters, that the centrifuge flings off all unnecessary time-wasting thought. It looks like she almost got caught in that thought trap. But can you blame MAGA supporters? Thinking oftentimes gets them in lots of trouble. So why not just let these guys do the thinking for you?
I grew up a Democrat, and I've always been a Democrat until I met this man right here. I'll tell you what. He will not have to worry about nobody in my family ever vote for a Democrat again.
Did you just hear what I heard at the end? Somebody needs to go do a wellness check on his family. They can't vote for a Democrat ever again if they belong in his family. How does that sound? Oh, I get it. These motherfuckers are from a generation in which they told their wives to stay home barefoot and pregnant. So therefore they vote for whomever the fuck this motherfucker tells them to vote for. And he raised his kids the same way. You do as daddy say, or you can get the fuck out. Well, at this time, I'm hoping they old enough to move the fuck out. How the hell you gonna make a decision for the entire family? This should be a red flag, ladies. A man telling you that just because you're in his family, you can't vote no other way. And one other thing, isn't it the Republican Party, you know, the conservatives? When George Floyd was murdered, they was looking into his history, trying to find out, like, who the hell is this dude? He's a bad guy, trying to convict him for shit that he had been charged for in the past and actually paid for it. But for some reason, these motherfuckers have no problem bringing criminals on the stage to support them because they know Democrats ain't gonna look into their past, except for this motherfucker. They have no idea who that black man is, but as long as that white man validated him, they won't look into his past and find out that he too is a degenerate. Let's look into it and see what he has done in his past. It appears Lawrence Taylor retired from football a few years after he was caught using cocaine and crack. Yeah. He brought a cocaine crackhead on stage to say, I'm voting for you, and my family can't vote for nobody but you. But that's not all. There's more. 3 years later, he was arrested for buying crack. This man's just crackalicious, huh? But that's not it. There's more. He made news in 2009 after leaving the scene of an accident. But there's more. And in 2010, he was charged with rape and trying to solicit prostitution from a minor. Sounds like Trump. He was accused of a 13-year-old that he had sex with.
Oh yeah, I can see Trump is still employing only the best people. I'm willing to bet Don Jr. owes LT money for crack, and forget Hunter Biden's laptop, I want to know what's on Lawrence Taylor's laptop. Something tells me if Trump gets reelected, they're going to be finding quite a few more of those little white baggies in the White House. It's always projection with these people. And if you want to know more about Lawrence Taylor's history, check out Straight Facts No Chasers video. The link is in the description. Just don't forget to bring your stupid goggles. And speaking of bad decisions, Trump has agreed to debate Joe Biden. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it worked out for him last time.
He said maybe we should drop a nuclear weapon on them. They may.
I never said that.
Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not militia. If he just stay out of the way. Look here.
Oh, really?
Here.
Oh, really?
This guy.
I want to see an
fact,
honest ballot cut.
He's just afraid of counting the votes because
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I want to continue with you on this. Vice President Biden.
Chris, he's so wrong when he makes a statement like that. You didn't want me to ban.
All right, gentlemen.
Which was heavily.
Mr. President,
you would have been much later, Joe.
Mr. President,
sir,
Chris,
that was the worst part of Obama.
Let me ask my question.
Well, I'll ask Joe.
I know, but no, Mr. President,
even the people who
please
testified.
stop. No, go ahead. No, Mr. President.
$3.5 million, Joe. You got $3.5 million.
Sir, stop. Wait a minute. Mmr. President, no, Mr. President. No.
Can I be honest? It's a very important
Try to be
question.
honest.
He stood up.
No, the answer to the question is no.
Trump thinks that made him look good. Even Mike Lindell saw that, was like, whoa, you sound crazy. The moderator of a nationally televised debate had to yell no at the sitting president like a flight attendant telling a drunk passenger he can't go in the cockpit.
Spoiler alert. This time is going to be worse for him. His best bet is to continue doing his Clint Eastwood impression and keep debating the empty lectern at his rallies. Though I'm sure Trump-tards are super impressed with his ability to interrupt people and randomly make up shit, there are hopefully enough Americans out there that still have enough of a grasp on reality to realize that Trump is a clown, and the only reason he wants to get reelected is to avoid the rest of his trials. And while we are talking about Trump, let's not forget the rest of the circus, because the Republican clown car is packed to brimming, and the stupid doth floweth over.
It's finally time for another round of America's new favorite game show, Who's in Court for Trump Today? And it is an absolute all-star lineup.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
We have Anna Paulina Luna, a former stripper turned Turning Point USA influencer turned congresswoman. Her most recent effort in Congress? A bill to give Trump a gold medal. Next, we have Lauren Boebert, a lady who jacked off a guy in a public theater, and a mother who didn't go to a court hearing a few days ago with her 18-year-old son, who is facing multiple charges of burglary and identity theft. She didn't even help him get a lawyer. And rounding out the lineup is Matt Gaetz, the man who tanked Congress and orchestrated the removal of Kevin McCarthy because McCarthy wouldn't shut down an ethics investigation into his activities with underage girls.
And I'll give you the truth why I'm not Speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became Speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle. Did he do it or not? I don't know. But ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it. And he wanted me to influence it.
What an absolute joke the GOP has become.
Only the best. And when you throw in puppy killer Kristi Noem, the spineless one Vice Snake Ramaswamy, and of course we can't forget Uncle Tim, Trump's supporting cast is making America look more and more like a failing wrestling organization. But AG, the Trump supporters say, you're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. All these videos and articles are just the deep state trying to get Donald Trump, and all the subpar, no-talent politicians that are greedily riding the coattails of a convicted sexual abuser are great people with America's best interests in mind. Well, I say, I think you might want to check yourself for symptoms, because you might just need to get off that Trumpanol.
You got Trump derangement syndrome, man. It ain't his fault.
Do you have fits of rage? yelling things like libtard, deep state, or constitution that you've never read? Do you quote Hitler or the Bible that you've also never read? Do you hate immigrants when your parents are actual immigrants? Then you may be suffering from TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. Side effects include following cult leaders blindly, taking women's rights, banning books and calling it freedom, or hating Joe Biden, then taking credit for things Joe Biden did. Ask your doctor about Trump Derangement Syndrome. TDS has been shown to flare up in red states and cause inflammation in Donald Trump merchandise. And JFK is not coming back from the dead.
Right, and the guy holding the flamethrower didn't burn the house down. It's a coincidence. You're right, it's not all Trump's fault. Israel and Gaza, that's between Yahweh and Allah. COVID, nope, not Trump's fault. That he did nothing about it and said it would go away like a miracle?
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
Absolutely 100% his fault. Did anyone try to clean their lungs with disinfectant? Why not? Your guy is so smart.
Disinfectant by injection, almost a cleaning.
But I keep hearing, Trump's not responsible for the division in America. Yeah, he is. From his first speech, where he called our Mexican neighbors to the south murderers, thugs, and rapists, from kicking trans people out of the military with a tweet, to calling African countries shitholes and soldiers that died for America suckers and losers. He's responsible.
You're damn right he is. And it's time for you guys to have an intervention. Because if you don't sober the fuck up like these people did...
In 2024, I am not voting for Donald Trump. He is not putting America first. He's putting Donald Trump first, and to hell with democracy.
In 2024, I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump.
I believe his interests are not good for America. Donald Trump is running for president because he cares about Donald Trump. I don't believe Donald Trump has changed. I think he is the man he always was. It's always Trump first.
I won't be angry with you. I'll just be very disappointed. And for those of you out there that just aren't taking this very seriously, check out this video where we talk about all of the Trump supporters out there that believe that he should be either a king or a dictator. Until next time, my friends, remember, get educated and get out and vote.